I actually told you what that light was about. Okay. Yeah, hello guys. Okay, very quick one. It's been a busy day and everyone's trying to get to one or two things, but I quickly wanted to make this brief, and if we could dissolve this in 4 minutes or less, it'd be very, very fine. I was just in a conversation and it hit me that it's also important I share this with, my readers and people who actually are on our page. And thank you so much for continuously supporting us. So this one is very quick one, like I said. I was just discussing with someone. He shared a light with me on his dashboard of his vehicle. It's a Toyota Venza 2012, and he was showing me the light, and it's a popular light that you know. So this is the light. Many of you may wonder, why does that light even come up in the car? What does ABS light stands for? Why is that technology relevant? Now, there are two things we'll get to talk about, and because of time, please bear with me. Because of time, we can only speak about one. But I'll definitely go ahead and share why we're talking about ABS in the first place. There are two major concepts that comes when you think of that light. Number one is why the modern vehicles come up with the ABS technology. What does it even mean? What does it do in your car? And secondly is when that light pops up on your vehicle, what does it mean? What's it warning you about? Could it be catastrophic? How dangerous is it when we have that light on your dashboard? These are some of the concepts surrounding ABS that we'll be discussing in the course of time. However, for now, we'll only be addressing one. Why do we have ABS technology in modern vehicles? Stay tuned. We keep it posted. ABS is actually, it stands for anti-lock braking system. Some people call it anti-skid braking system, but the professional conventional term for ABS is anti-lock braking system. Now, before we dive into what it means, why the technology is relevant, how it works in vehicles, I'll show you two videos. Here's one. Credit for this video goes to Bosch India. The first video shows a car trying to brake around a sharp curve, while the next shows it's trying to brake and dodge an obstacle. And then the last one is the vehicle try to brake on a slippery road surface. And then here's the second. So in this video, the vehicle is trying to perform full braking under the same conditions, but this time with the ABS. See. What did you notice? In these two videos, you must have seen for one of them, when you brake, you actually do not have much control over your vehicle anymore when you brake hard or when you engage on emergency braking as it's called. But for the other, you would notice that even when you brake hard, when you brake on an emergency, you see that you still have some level of control over your vehicle. Now, that's what the ABS does. So back to the definition I was explaining earlier, that ABS stands for anti-lock braking system. What it simply does, less engineering, simple explanation, is this. ABS, anti-lock braking system, actually helps your vehicle wheels not to get locked when you engage on an emergency braking. So what does that even mean? Let's give a scenario. For example, you're driving out of an expressway and the road is free and you are on top speed, and just all of a sudden somebody runs out of the road, somebody runs along your way, and you have to brake on emergency. Now, for older model vehicles that do not have ABS equipped in them, when you brake hard, your vehicle can veer off, you can lose direction, you can even lose control of your vehicle, even if it eventually comes to a halt. Sometimes you don't have control when you step on the brakes on an emergency. Now, that has led to a lot of accidents. It has led to a lot of problems, even in countries where they have snow and when the floor or the ground becomes slippery. So, however, engineers have seen the need to push technology, and they've seen how can we help to ensure that even while you're braking on an emergency, you still have a level of control over the wheels of your vehicle. And that is where ABS birthed from. So for engineers to be able to carry this out, they needed certain information, certain data, to be able to design a computer that can work with your brakes, that can help assist your brakes so that you can achieve certain levels of control when you're braking on an emergency. So some of the data it needs is the speed of your wheels. That's why it works with your speed sensor. It also works with the hydraulics on your brake system, and it also has its own computer, a mind of its own, called the ABS module. So it works with these components basically to drive the efficiency of your ABS system. So that is why, and basically how it works is when you step on the brake on an emergency, it intermittently monitors the speed on the wheels of your vehicle, and what it does is it cuts off supply on different wheels based on the pace of each wheel, so that it still allows you have some level of control over your steering wheel, so your wheels does not lock, hence the term anti-lock. So it doesn't lock, and it allows you to still control and steer even though you're stepping on the brakes hard and on an emergency. Does it make sense? That's how relevant, and that is the simple reasons why ABS is evolved in cars. And you must have thought to yourself, yeah, this is nice, this is very good. It's not just nice. In engineering, especially in the automotive industries, some of these improvements in engineering becomes the mainstream, and as such, it became a norm, it became an expectation, it became a standard that when you make cars, modern vehicles from 1980s, it is a standard that they must have anti-lock braking system, especially in European nations, especially where they started the invention of ABS. Now, it will surprise you that ABS as a technology of its own was first applied to aircrafts. And as such, that was in the 1950s or thereabouts. And just until 1980s, for modern automotive manufacturers began to apply the same technology in vehicles, especially by someone we call Robert Bosch. So this is why ABS is very important. It's for your safety, and it's from the ABS design in automotive engineering that gave birth to things like electronic stability control ESC system, electronic brake force distribution EBD, and so many other safety features that have been incorporated into automotive design. So when next you see that light ABS on your dashboard, it's something that saves you. It's an extra feature to assure your own safety. So the next question is, when that light pops up, when the yellow light pops up, or when the red light pops up in some car versions, and you see ABS, what does it mean? What warning is it giving me? Stay tuned. We'll talk about that next time we catch. Cheers.